think I'm ready for this. I'll be ready for this in a minute. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Carrie's Beauty Corner. Hold on, I just knocked something over. This is beginning to be my new intro. Lord of money. Okay, I'm coming at you today with a comparison video. And the first thing I want to do is thank all of you. I'm sorry, I've got to adjust my camera a little bit. Ripping the old house start from Game of Thrones. But anyway, I want to thank you for supporting my new True Crime Tuesday. Those of you that watched the 2 crime videos that I've done so far, Betty Broderick and Susan Smith. I'm going to be doing another similar story on Tuesday about another mother who is imprisoned and accused of killing 2 of her children. It's a bit harrowing, so I'll put a little disclaimer up on that one. But anyway, I thank you for your support on that. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I hope you'll do that before you leave. And if you like today's video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that notification bell, and that way you'll be notified every time I upload. And with that being said, we're going to get into a little tutorial using I said in my video the other day, walking on eggshells, but it's not walking on eggshells. This is the Nude Awakenings palette. Now this is the old version. It's a Wet n Wild 10-pan palette. And here's the new one. And I'm gonna, well, doodly squat. I've already done some swatches, and I'm going to put these up there for you. But what I thought I would do is I thought I would do a look and use one palette on one eye and one palette on the other eye and see if we can see any difference. Because I can tell you from doing the swatches, not a big difference. But anyway, without any further delay, let's get into it. All right, my husband and I went and bought chickens this morning, so I did put a little bit of makeup on. So I do have my complexion products on, and I have some mascara on, but I'll probably go ahead and put some lashes on. But I went ahead and used an eye primer because I want, you know, these shadows to pop. And I've got a handful of brushes here. I've got a couple of fluffy blending brushes, a couple of detail brushes, a couple of packing brushes, and that ought to do the trick. So I'm gonna bring y'all in a little bit closer and grab a fluffy brush. And I did happen to watch a video the other day, and I learned something new, and I intend to carry that into my eyeshadow application from now on. But I don't know if any of you watch Robert Welsh and his brother James Welsh. One of them is a skincare expert, and the other one is a makeup artist. But he has some really, really, really smart tips. And one thing that he said that you do, if you really want to smoke out eyeshadow, you don't just apply a whole bunch of it like this. And this brush was not clean, and I just put eyeshadow on my eye. Dingus. But anyway, you kind of place it like they're in the, right there in your crease, and with something else, and then you take your blending brush. So I'm going to take a little brush like this, and I'm going to dip it into this color right here on this side. And I'm going to show you what he said is a really good way to smoke out some eyeshadow. So I'm just going to kind of apply this right here in the crease. And I'm going to be fairly liberal with it. And then I'm going to take my blending brush and blend it out. And I still have color up here, but it's not like this saturated color from here to here. I really like, he explained it way better than I did. And if you don't have enough, jump in there and get some more, because you can always add. But once you have it there, you really can't take it away. So see how easy that is? And that just blended right out. And now if I want to darken it, which I do, I'm going to take this color right here, and I'm going to use this same brush, and I'm not going to put as much this time. And I'm going to just tap it right here on the outside. And then I'm still going to take the same fluffy brush, and I'm going to blend it out with that. And y'all, it makes your eyeshadow, not only does it give you kind of a smoky look, but it's seamless. You really can't mess it up. So, I mean, that's 2 brushes. Now, this brush is kind of a thick packing brush. You don't have to use one like that. Here's a thinner one. I don't know if you can really see. Here's a thinner one. Any kind of a pigment packing brush you can use to lay it down. And then you just need some type of a fluffy brush. And I've got them by the dozens. I mean, any kind of a fluffy brush to soften it out. And I am so glad that I watched that video. So this is kind of a 2-in-1 kind of an application. And let's talk about this eyeshadow. And one reason that I wanted to do this video and talk about this is, first of all, do you need both of these palettes in your collection? Well, we're going to talk about that. If I was a big fat cat CEO, I would tell you, of course, there's huge differences. You need them both. Hi, sissy. Hi, baby. Come to see mama. All right, and let's see. I'm going to go ahead. I think I'm just... I think I'm going to choose this shimmer right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and just use my finger and just pack some of that on right here with my finger. Just about the I don't know, about 2/3 of the way in. And then I'm going to take a little flat brush, and I'm going to go in with that transition shade that I used to start with. And I'm just going to drag it right here under my eye. And then I'm going to take that darkest color and just put a little bit of it right here. And then I'm going to also take that dark color and I'm going to run it right here just along my lash line. And then with my pencil brush, I'm going to take this lightest shade in the palette, highlight my brow bone, and highlight my inner corner. And there's that eye. Now, I'm going to come in here with this palette, and I'm going to use the corresponding colors as best that I can tell. I'm going to give it a fair shot, I'm going to clean my brushes off, make sure I don't have any eyeshadow on my brushes. And y'all, if y'all don't have one of these brush changers, I mean these brush cleaners, God, they're wonderful. Love them. I mean, it's not a replacement for actually cleaning your brushes, because you do have to do that. But when you want to use the same brush in between a couple of different colors, you don't want to have to get up, clean your brush. You wait, you know, you can't do that. So anyway, I think it's perfect. But I'm going to use this shade right here. I believe that's the corresponding color. And I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to go in and I'm going to put that right there in my crease. Get my blending brush and start blending that out. Y'all, it's like magic. I can't get over it. How have I been doing makeup for 40-something years and I didn't realize how easy that was? I don't get it. Oh well, you live and you learn. Hopefully, if you're lucky. If you're not living and learning, we might need to talk. Because boy, have I had to learn some of them the hard way, y'all. I wouldn't wish some of my lessons on anyone either. Alright, then I'm going to take the darker color right here. Same brush. Pop it on the end. Now, one thing I can already tell you is I do think that the color in the newer palette may be a little more pigmented. It's a very subtle difference. I don't think that it is enough of a difference to say, oh, you need to run right out because you need to have both of these. No, I don't think so. And I'm gonna add just a little bit more dark over here. Anyway, I don't really see that is necessary. It's not that this is an expensive palette either. It's only like $5.99. I'll certainly have it linked below. But you know, I'm not really sure why Wet n Wild did what they did as far as, I'm going to go in with this one right here. As far as releasing some of their old palettes in the new packaging, because I don't really see enough of a change to justify having both palettes in your collection. And when I get finished with this eye look, I think you're going to see exactly what I mean by that. All right, flat brush, transition shade. Darker shade. And darker shade here. All right, I'm going to get in really, really close. Now you tell me, is that worth spending another $6? I wouldn't do it. If you have the old one, I wouldn't buy the new one. And I would say this is definitely a palette you want to have in your collection, but I don't know that I would run right out. If you have this one, run right out and get this one. I'm going to go ahead and finish up my makeup, and then we'll close it out in just a second. All right, I went ahead and put some bronzer on and put some blush on and some lips, and I can't tell any difference. I cannot tell that I used this palette on this eye and this palette on this eye. So my advice to you is, if you already have this palette, don't buy this one. Or if you have neither, buy either. Anyway, that's all I've got for you today. I thank you for joining me, for supporting my channel. Have a blessed and beautiful afternoon, and I love you guys. Bye.